Hey guys, it's Derek the Gamer Dragon showing you some more Rally Cross at the Winter X Games in Dirt 3, except for this time I'm using the cockpit view. As you can see, when visibility is low in the cockpit view, you really can't see much, especially when people are racing right in front of you, so you gotta be paying attention, you gotta know how to drive, you gotta have quick reflexes when you're using this camera angle. And in general, once you get this camera angle down, you can drive better using this angle than the behind the car angle. Usually this is the angle I will use when I race, but whenever I record I do the behind the car angle so you guys can really see how good I'm driving or how bad I'm driving. Because in the cockpit angle, generally at the end of the race, it makes you look like you did better than you really did. Although it does show you how much you actually slowed down. That's the one thing about in the angle that you'll see the most. But just out of interest, what do you guys want to see more? The cockpit angle or behind the car angle? Which one do you guys prefer? I'll probably be switching back and forth for the recording, but I just want to know which one you guys like the most. Anyway, on to this race. I'm doing the hardest difficulty right here, and I've already passed up the first place on the first lap. That was a little bit easier than I was anticipating. And like I said before, I like racing in the snow a lot. I like doing rallycross in the snow a lot. I think stadium trucks in the snow is probably my favorite thing to do in this game, but it provides a good challenge when you do regular rallycross in the snow because these cars are obviously not made for snow. And I don't know, I just find it to be a lot of fun. This is always the way I drive, is kind of a four-wheel slide. I do a lot of, when I drive I look like I'm in control yet out of control at the same time. I drive very squirrely, if you will. And driving in the snow is just a natural switch for me. I don't change the way I drive in any way whatsoever, and it just plain works. So yeah, like I said before, I do like the snow, and I like how they make it so either it'll be just snow on the ground and not snowing, or completely clear and snow is on the ground, or they'll make it so the visibility is low. Like what you can see here, I really can't see that far ahead of me. But that will actually help me a little bit because I have a tendency to try to look too far ahead, and where you want to be looking is right in front of your car, not, you know, at the turn 50 feet or 50 yards away from you. You want to be looking at what you need to pay attention to right now, because I notice people in general tend to get ahead of themselves and be looking forward to the next turn before they're even done finishing the turn they're on. And it's sort of natural, that's just what people do, but you gotta try not to. See, when I play games like this that require complete attention, it is very hard for me to turn off my mind and just not think. So generally I just gotta plain focus, listen to the sound of the game, just actually pay attention to what's going on. It's very hard for me. Like I said before, it's very hard for me to pay attention, not pay attention, but it's very hard for me to stop thought processes. I'm always thinking at every given moment, and every coach I've ever had has always told me, you think way too much, and I never understood what they meant until way later down the line, but that's what they meant. You gotta stop thinking and just plain do it. You have the skill, you know you can do it, just don't think and do it. In games like this, I generally tend to do better when I autopilot instead of actually focusing, which is funny. Anyway, so there's the end of the race. I did pretty good that race. I was just kind of having fun. I think this is one of the races where I really just autopiloted and wasn't paying much attention through the second half of the race. And there you go, there's some more Dirt 3 gameplay.